Well, hello, man cavers, and what are we doing today? Well, this could be the one some of you have been waiting for. We're going to get this engine back on this Atom and see if it'll run. Oh, this should be fun. Right, roll the credits, and we'll be back. Ha-ha! Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. So here we are, back in the man cave with engine. We need to come out here and get you guys set up in the tripod. There we go. So we can see if this engine goes back on and if it fits. Right, let's get her on there. Here she comes. Wrong way about, Finn. There you go. What was I doing there? Right, let me get the bolts. Here we have our bolts with spacers. So this engine has to be spaced off the actual machine. So we've got to lift him slightly and put this little spacer under there, look. And drop in our bolts and see if anything lines up. That's one in. What about this other one? Look. He got to come in here somewhere. Where is it? That one's in and all. Can we get the nuts on the bottom? Bit tricky to get to, but I think we can manage them. Well, there's a nut on the bottom of that one. Now let's get this third one. Got to remember, we've got to oil this engine up as well, because if you remember, it hasn't had any oil in it, has it? It's been totally... of course, we've stripped this little engine. It's totally without oil at the minute. So we do need to oil it. Put petrol in it for the first time. I can't believe how all lined up nicely, look. Excellent. So what have you guys been up to through the week? You been keeping busy? I'm sure you all have. There we go. And don't our little bath at Atom look nice now? Isn't she starting to look smart? Oh yes, she is. Alright, let me get these bolts buttoned up. Then we can be getting some oil and fuel in this thing. Let's get them tightened down and we'll be back. So our engine is bolted back on. Let's get you around here and we'll get her oiled up. Yeah. There we go. And then we need to put some oil in the old girl. What oil are we going to use? Well, we have some good old 1 quart mineral oil, 1040. That will do for the girls we date. Oh, whatever oil we have, what's relatively recent, has got to be better than the stuff they had back when this was made. So, we need to toss some oil in here. You've got to remember, she hasn't been oiled yet. If you remember, we had all the sump off this, put that new governor in. If you remember, there was the governor was missing, wasn't it? So I don't know how much of that we need. Fill to top of sump. Well, we haven't filled to the top of sump, have we? I wouldn't have thought you'd have put that much in it, but there we go. Yeah, I think we'll put half a quart in there, or half a litre, pint and a half, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if we're registered on this dipstick. Oh yes, look at that, halfway up the stick. I'm going to say good enough. Now we need to fuel this puppy, don't we? Get some petrol in it. We haven't even put petrol in this yet, so we don't know whether that's going to leak, whether it's going to be fine. We really just don't know. So, let's get some petrol in here. Let's get our little cap off. We'll put our little funnel in there. There we go. And now we'll give her a try with some fuel. I wonder if that's going to leak. I think that'll leak petrol everywhere, I think. Well, we've got about half a tank in there. There we go. Now, I don't want to drip any petrol down this cap, down this tank, in case that petrol paint ain't fully dry yet. Right, let's turn our petrol on. Right, the little knob is on. Oh, so far no leak. Now we need to see, are we getting any petrol out of this carb when we tickle it? Yeah, look at that. See that? Got a nice little sweat around there. So we know our carb is full. We're full of oil. I think we need to just get the string on there now and, well, see if it goes. So for all you guys who doubted whether I did the timing right on this, I'm guessing we'll find out. And we'll see if we get anything out of it. Now, I haven't connected the throttle up to this yet. I just haven't done that yet. We can do it manual throttle though. Right, is our choke fully on? It is. We're going to leave a little bit of choke off and just give it a go. See if we get anything at all out the old girl. Or, have I done it wrong? I ain't tightened that plug up, look. Let me tighten that plug up. Tell you what we are going to do while this plug is out. We're going to just put a we're going to put a little skosh. No, we're not. Yes, we are. We're just going to dribble a little bit of petrol in that plug hole, in case she needs a little bit of priming, shall we say. There. We've got a little bit of petrol down that plug hole. Yeah. Alright, let's crank him in. There we go. There we go. Right. I'm going to try her with the choke off actually. Just in case she needed a bit of no choke. We're not even getting a spark, are we? We're not even getting a fart. I thought she might have at least farted on us. But so far, no fart at all. I wonder if I can do a musty on this and get a drill on that wheel. Let me have a look, guys, see if I can get a drill on that flywheel. Alright, let's get a little drill on here and see if we can get this to spin over. We got a clutch on a drill, look, that ain't no good, is it? The hell? Well, ain't the right size socket. Right, here we go. Oh yeah. Come on, go, at least give us a fart. We ain't getting nothing, are we? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Let's see if we've even got a spark on the old girl. I would have thought we should have had we should have a spark on the old girl, I'd have thought. Well, our plug is soaking wet. Now we got a spark on it. I don't know whether you guys are going to be able to see in there very well. I'll soon tell you if we've got a spark. Yeah, we've got a hell of a spark. We have got a hell of a spark, guys. So why aren't we even firing? Maybe I do have that timing out. Maybe I do have the timing out. Alright. Or maybe that plug just got oiled up. Come on, drill. Nope. Well, that's quite the mystery, that is. I was convinced I had that timing right on there. I was absolutely convinced of it. I'm starting to wonder if that timing is wrong now. Because we've got spark. We have fuel. As long as that's timed right, it should run. Is she even drawing up petrol? I don't know. I don't know if we're even drawing up petrol, guys. Gotta say, we've got a damn good spark there. Nothing is it. Absolutely nothing. not even a fart. No. So what's going on here? I'm absolutely positive I had that timing right. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. We might have to recheck this timing, I think. She's certainly got good compression. And there's no leak on the fuel system. That's a big bonus. That is a huge bonus. But why isn't she firing up? I would have thought she would have fired up by now. We might have to pop this cover off and recheck our timing. I hope not, but we might have to. Right, leave it with me. We'll be back in a minute. Right, man cavers, this may seem a bit drastic. I was determined to check my timing again. So engine off, covers off, timing is perfect. Under closer inspection, I thought, why is this not starting? We ultrasonic cleaned the carb. Well, I took a bit of a shortcut and didn't strip this carb because it looked clean inside. Just look at this main jet. There is our main jet. Our needle comes in here like so. Our metering needle. But if you look, nothing. We try and look outside, try and look at daylight through it. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to try and get the camera to set focus. There you go. We should be able to see some form of daylight through this. Nothing at all. This jet is totally plugged. I know this seems drastic because half an hour ago this engine was on the atom complete. It should have started, but it turns out it's not going to. How the heck are we going to clean that out? I don't think I've got any pins. Let's see if we can use the bristle of a wire brush. That can work. Oh my God, that is jammed. You can't even get a bristle through it. So this jet is totally jammed up. I know down Man Cave I have a proper set of carb cleaning tips. I'm going to try and blow it out. I don't think blowing it out is going to do anything whatsoever. I really don't. I think that's going to be like shooting a BB gun at a freight train. It just ain't going to work at all. But we'll try it. Nothing. Right, I am going to have to battle my way to try and get this thing cleaned out, because that is definitely our problem. It just weren't getting fuel up. It just weren't pulling fuel up. The plug was just not getting wet. Even with all that cranking, the plug should have got soaked, and it didn't, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately we need to try and clear that out. Right, let me have a little play and see if I can get this thing cleared out. Then we'll be back. I might try it in the ultrasonic bath on its own with some hot water for a few minutes and just see if that'll loosen it. Back in a bit. So, we're back with our little thing. Now then, let me show you this. We can actually see now daylight through it. There you go, see that? There. So that was our problem. That jet was totally plugged. So the ultrasonic cleaner has done its job. Airline has blown it out. So we now have daylight through our jet. So let's get this carb back together. Back on that engine. What I'm going to do is, we've already oiled it up, haven't we? So I'm going to shove the fuel back in it, because I took that out. And we're going to try and run it on the bench. I'm not going to bolt it back on the atom. We'll just, see if it'll bark off on the bench. So let me get this carb back on. And yeah, we'll be back. Aha. So, take 2. We're going to put our petrol back in it again. Now our carber's back on. So I did double check the time and had all the covers off, double checked it again. The timing was absolutely fine, but we just weren't getting any fuel. And I thought that carb was all right, because we did put that through the ultrasonic bath, didn't we? But for some reason, still didn't do nothing. So let's put our petrol on and see if our carb leaks. Can you see our carb there? Jeez. Right, let's pull her on. She's on. Have we got any leaks at our carb? We are all oiled up. Yep. Petrol's now coming out. So our carber's on. Let's put our air filter on just so we've got some form of choke. So if we need to choke the old girl, we can. And we're going to have a little go and drill start it. Just see if it'll bark off now. I'm convinced it should. Now I'm going to try a spark plug. I haven't got a new plug, unfortunately, that on man cave. I have ordered some. I'm waiting for them and I'm too impatient. So I have 2 old Acoms. This one's got broken insulation. But, guess what? I've tried it on there, on the mag, and it actually still sparks. So broken insulation or not, it appears it's still sparking. Right. Let's see now if we can get some sort of joy out of the old girl. Oh, this is, I think we're hoping, but we'll see. Alright, let's get our drill battery back on. There we go. Right, where's the socket I had? Where is the socket I had? What fits this? It'll be the bigger socket. It's not that one. Where's that damn socket gone, Ben? Ah, it's around the back here, look. Here it is. Right. Let's get him in the drill. And see if it goes. I really didn't want a bench. I really didn't want a bench runner. I wanted to put it on the atom and do it, but no, we're going to do it here, sod it. Right, we've got choke, fuel. Come on. Right, there we go. There we go. Come on. We're all right. it goes. Why did I whip that lead off? Because the kill switch on the back of the engine didn't turn the damn thing off. And she was starting to shake everything off the bench. Oh, it's paint over it. That's why when I painted, I must have painted over the contact. So our kill switch at the back here didn't work. But there you go. She was running rich as hell because we had the needle right out. With a bit of fine tuning, it was away. Oh, so there you go. Let's fire these contacts up so we can actually kill this thing. Oh, that crap come off that one. So there we are, guys and girls. Our Villiers works. So my timing was set. It turned out to be that blocked jet in the carburettor. There. Didn't she sound nice? Didn't she sound nice? Once we got the old carb dialed in a little, I got to lock that locking tab off. Because there's a little lock tab. There's a little lock nut on here where you lock your needle into position. And once you've locked that into position, there you go. That should be all right. But there we go. There we go. I know it was on the atom, it was off the atom, but the end result was we have a good running Villiers. Yes, she smoked like hell, but I'm putting that down to all the oil I had in the cylinder. That's why I didn't want to run it too long, because it's starting to smoke the shit out. But there we go. We have a running Villiers Mark 12. Oh, I'm excited. That's really nice, isn't it? And she started surprisingly easy. I reckon with a string that would have gone sort of, you know, probably second pull. So, yeah, really happy with her. She appears to be running nicely. Excellent stuff. Now, I was not going to go back on the atom right now. We've had it running on the bench, so we know it runs. Because we got to do a bit more to the atom before we're ready to put the, you know, before we're ready to actually put it on and use it yet. We need to take the wheels off. And the reason we've got to take the wheels off, because you was wondering, weren't you? Several of you were wondering. If you want to take the wheels off, just undo the wheel nuts. And don't worry about undoing these hubs. Well, two reasons. These have got to come out, because these hubs are seized up. They're meant to be ratcheting hubs. So if you want to turn this thing, so, these ratchets will freewheel or allow for easy turning. Now, they're both seized up, so we've got to have them off. This one and this one. And also, this axle has got to be cut severely. These wheels need to go as close in as they can on this hexagon shaft. They need to go as close in as they can, both sides. And then the outside of the axle's cut off. If not, it won't go inside the ring of the auto truck. Do you know what I mean? That's got to go inside that ring. And these axles are far too wide, so they've got to be pushed in as far as we can and done. There we go. I'm more than happy with how our little Atom engine runs. There we go. The Atom 15 bar Ford. She goes. So, you have a happy me, which is really, really good. We're going to leave this video here. Only a short video, but one I'm sure you all like. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now. Ha-ha! Dodgy spark plug.